What's going on, guys? How are you? How are you doing? My name is Shocks and this is ShocksCapital YouTube channel. Today, what we want to do here is very simple. I want to show you a strategy that you can use to enter your trades on V75, and we're going to be doing a top-down analysis where I show you the whole process from the higher time frame, which is the H1, to the entry time frame, which is the M15 in this case. So this strategy is simple. You have to wait for certain conditions on the H1, then you take with you those conditions and go and find an entry the way I will show you here on the M15. So this is all you need, and what you need to do is what I'm going to talk about starting from this point. So remember that when you are looking at this particular pair or this particular commodity, right, you are looking for ways to get the direction, right? So you know, if you've been following this channel for long, that we know the direction by following market structure. So what is the market structure telling us in this case, right? So remember here, from this point, from this particular point, right, to this particular point here, price was what? Price was consolidating. So from here we start to see price going up. So this is the first wave of price going up, right? Breaks this particular high, goes up. Then after that it goes down, and when it goes down it retests an order block. So this is the order block, right? After that particular move, it gives you another wave. When it breaks this particular high, as you can see, it gives you another what? Another order block, which is this one in this case. So I want to show you how to actually get this entry zero drawdown from the M15, right? So for now I'm showing you how to actually identify these order blocks as I'm doing, right? So we are going to identify one at this particular point, which is which is live, right? So that I give you a live example before you go, right? So this is another order block that you are seeing in this case, where price is what is going up, right? And after that, what do? You go again and look for more order blocks. So at this particular point, price changes directions, and at this point, price changes direction, breaks this high and goes up and retests this particular order block at the top there with this move, right? So what you want to do is simple. You want to wait for price to break this and you trade this order block. So the first example that I'm going to show you involves you getting a trade at this particular zone, right? Remember, I'm going to show you how to analyze in lifetime after I show you the whole procedure of entering on the M15 using this simple strategy, right? So when you go to the M15 now, we are going to be looking at this last wave, which is this one. So what happened? Remember, you are on the M15. What you want to do is to wait for price to actually move away from the order block. Remember, you are not trying to get sniper entries in the order block or at the order block or in the wide the order block and things like that. You see, you need to see price going away first. Then after price going away, you need to see price making or breaking these lows. As you can see here, we took out the lows. Then after taking out the lows, you are going to use the same procedure of identifying order blocks again. And remember, this time we're doing it on the M15. And after identifying order blocks on the M15 here, we are going to be waiting for what? For a move away from the order block. So we're not going to use a limit or to just enter as soon as price touches. Remember, we want this to be zero drawdown as much as possible, right? So what we want to see is price getting into the order block as we see here. And after that, you want to see price giving us a move away. For example, in this case where price gives us this move and your stop loss is going to go above the order block, and you are going to target, you know what, by this time you are targeting the next low, right? So you are going to target this next low, and this is how you are going to be getting your trades from the H1 to the what? To the M15. And from here you see that as soon as you get your profits, price changes directions and does what it wants to do. So let me show you another example with another order block, right? In this case, so in this case, what do you see? You see price getting into the order block. So let me remove this one so that you don't get confused, right? Price gets into this order block. Remember, we want to sell. So as soon as price gets into that order block, what are you looking for? You are looking for price to move away, right? You are looking for price to move away and break a low. And which low does it break? It breaks a low at this particular point, right? When it breaks that low, it leaves an order block, which is this green candle right here, right? That is your order block, or you can mark it as your supply zone, where you are going to include a lot of candles in your in your analysis right there. So you mark it, price breaks and price goes in the order block again, and when it goes in the order block again, you are going to to put your stop loss above here. Price goes back into the order block and you move away like that. So this is how price is doing it, and this is your this is going to be your take profit, and this is going to be the move that you take. Let's look at another example and see what we are doing. So this is not valid because we are waiting for a move away from a point of a peak formation or something like that. All right, so let's look at this particular point. What do you see here? What you see is simple. You see that price breaks this particular point after retesting the order block, right? These retests are not valid. Why? Because price did not break any high in this particular order for us to start looking for order blocks on the M15 to get our entry. So when it breaks this high and breaks that high, that is confirmation enough. And what you are going to do is to mark the order block on the on the M15, like I have done here. And what you're going to do is wait for price to move back into this into this particular zone. As you can see, when price moves back like this, you are going to enter this after confirmation, and the confirmation came after price gives you these two green candles at this particular point. So this is your entry point, and this is your stop loss point, and this is your take profit point, and you clearly know what happened, and you clearly see what you were going to benefit from there. And let me give you another example where price actually retests an order block like this, breaks a high, and retests the order blocks that we are looking for the next time or the next day, like what you are seeing here. You see that price retest the order block. As you can see, this is the order block from the H1, mind you. So when price breaks this particular high, did not break, right? So it went ahead and set another high with a pin here, and when it took out this particular high, now we were looking forward for retest of this order block, not these ones, this first order block. And look at what price did. Price came the next day and retested this particular order block. And remember, we are looking for a confirmation of two candles, and this is the confirmation, two green candles, because we want to buy. And this is your entry position, and your stop loss is going to go below here, and the take profit is going to go on top of this particular high. And remember, I told you I'm going to show you a live example of actually how to analyze these in real time and how to get trades. All right, so from this particular one, what are you seeing here? What I'm seeing is very simple. We are in an uptrend in this particular zone, right? Why? Because price has taken out this low here. So this is more like a reset of the trend, because we were in an uptrend all this while, then we had this downtrend, and this is more like a reset. So when price goes up like this, we are expecting to continue going up, and here we want to see price breaking this particular point, because you are saying this is a retest. So let me remove a lot of these drawings because they are cluttering my chart, and you guys might not see exactly what is happening. So from here, price has retested this particular zone, which is this particular order block right here. And from what you are seeing here, price has moved away from the order block. If you go to the M15, you might clearly see that we do not have an entry yet. Why? Because price has just retested the order block and took out a high, as you can see in this area. So what are you waiting for? What we are actually waiting for is simple. We are waiting for price to move to this order block right like this, and we buy from that order block and target this next high. So this is actually how you do it in real time. And if you are on your charts when this happens, feel free to click that buy button and trade. And remember, if you are new to this particular channel and you don't know what we are talking about, we talk about all things to do with synthetics, and in the description down below we have links to the brokers that we use to trade these synthetics. We use Deriv and we use Well Trade Broker. So click the links in the description down below, fund your accounts, and let's meet on the Telegram side where I share signals for you to trade, make money for free. I will see you on the next one. Shocks out.